Hey, it's Claire from Graphite Grace. Listen, you've got life goals, business goals, health goals, family goals. Shouldn't your launch have a goal too? Chances are you already do have an idea of how much you want to sell with your next launch, whether you've got a product launch, little bitty launch, or you're launching a premium product or a premium offer. But most of the time, most entrepreneurs are actually just setting wishes, not goals. And you know what? What's the difference? A lot. And it makes a huge difference on the bottom line of your launch. A wish is something we do on a start, and listen, it doesn't work, right? But a goal is something where you've set specific actionable steps so that you can achieve it. It's measurable, right? SMART goals, we all know those. But you'd be really surprised on how few entrepreneurs actually do this, and then are really surprised when their DIY launch or their launch just doesn't go the way that they had hoped because they haven't set those goals, a goal with actionable steps. And I want to show you what the difference is in terms of the numbers and how it works for you. All right, conversion rate. This is some super simple but super important math that you need to know for your launch. A conversion rate is basically the number of people who come to your sales page compared to the number of those people who actually buy. If you've ever launched before, you have your own numbers, but if not, we go with a standard 1 to 3%. What does that mean? That means for every 100 people who visit your sales page, between 1 and 3 people will actually buy. Oh, cringeworthy, right? I know. A lot of people get really nervous when they look at those numbers, and because of that, they'd rather ignore them. Don't ignore it. It's fact. Again, if you have had your own launch, you've got your own numbers, and you might convert at a different rate. But to be on the safe side, let's go with that 1 to 3% and see how it works out in 2 separate scenarios. All right, so Entrepreneur 1 has a wish. She would love to have 10 women sign up for her new premium program. So she gets her offer, she gets her sales page, she runs a free 3-day challenge to a webinar in her group that has a couple of hundred women in it. And she gives it everything she's got. She's got the videos, she's got the replays. She sends out reminder emails. She's got a lovely, pretty downloadable workbook. She's got daily action steps. She's got all the things that you think that she needs to be a success. She gets some decent engagement in her group during her free challenge. Everyone is raving about her expertise, how wonderful she is, how great that offer would be, and she's feeling really good. What's the end result? Right. No one actually buys. And you might be really surprised to learn that a lot of women who do this, or a lot of people who do this on their own, have a similar result. All right, and there's can be a few reasons why this happens, okay? There's the offer, there's the sales page, there's the traffic, all right? But underestimating her launch goal and her numbers and how she's gonna get there is one of the biggest problems. You have to make sure that you've got an irresistible offer and a sales page that converts as well. And so I can definitely help you with that, and I can definitely help you plan and launch successfully. All right, now let's look at entrepreneur number 2. She has a goal and not a wish. Now, she would also love to have 10 women sign up for her premium program. She does the same thing, a 3-day challenge in her group, and she's got a webinar. Now, she has never launched before, so she knows to use the 1 to 3% conversion rate. She knows that for every 100 people who comes to her sales page, between 1 and 3 will buy. Now, she also remembers that this conversion rate, and this is really, really important, that conversion rate is not based on the number of people on her email list, the number of people who sign up for her challenge, the number of people in her group. That conversion rate is specifically on qualified leads that come to her sales page. There is a massive difference. If you've got 500 people in your group, do not do the math and think that between 5 and 15 will buy, because that is not the way that it would work. You don't know that all 500 are interested. They haven't necessarily signed up specifically. with algorithms and day-to-day life, not all 500 are going to go through and actually watch the videos or go through the challenge. Okay, she knows that not all of her group members are going to engage in her free challenge. She knows that not all who start the challenge will finish. She knows that not all who start watching the webinar will finish the webinar, and not all of them are going to go over to the sales page. So you've got to look at your numbers. Now, right now, if you're doing the math in your head, you might be thinking, okay, so I've got 500 people in my group, but what, like only 100 of them are going to go to the sales page? Okay, probably even less, all right? 50 people go to my sales page, you might get one person buying. This is so important because it means that you've got to do one of two things to get the numbers to reach that goal of 10 people in your group, 10 people in your program. Either you're going to have to really supercharge that traffic and get more traffic there than the 50 people that you're probably going to get. On the other hand, we can really tweak this offer, build it out so it's completely irresistible. Like your dream client absolutely has to have it. And we can work on that copy. And I can track the conversion rate while you launch and make those tweaks and compare those tweaks, because even a percentage point, a fraction of a percentage point will make a difference to your launch. And that way we can actually increase the conversion rate. So either we will increase the rate of conversions, or we'll increase the traffic, or both. All right, and that's how you're going to be successful, is not by wishing it, but by setting a goal and then working it out so that you can reach that goal. Because entrepreneur number 2 knew these things or hired the people she needed to hire, she reached and probably even exceeded her goal of 10 people in a new program. What does that mean? Because listen to this, there is a huge downside to a failed launch. And what is that? Well, physically, you're probably exhausted from launching. There's a huge emotional component. You've put your everything into this. You've taken time from your family. You've put all your expertise. It's blood, sweat, and tears. You probably put money into it. So there's a real emotional component to not hitting the numbers that you had hoped. And here's another one that most people don't realize and don't talk about. And that is, if you expected 10 people in your group program or whatever it was, there's an income goal, a profit goal in there as well. And you're still going to need to pick up the slack on that. That might be launching again, launching something else, taking on more one-on-one clients. You're literally going to end up doing more work than you would have had you never launched at all. So listen, this is kind of an all or nothing, give it everything you've got or don't kind of scenario. Let me do some more really quick math for you. If you were hoping to have 10 people in your program and you are offering your program at like maybe $500, you have a revenue goal associated with that. And with your one-on-one clients, you would maybe charge $1,000, right? But they take up more time. You're leveraging your time and your expertise by offering a group program, but it only works if you get all those people in. If you only get 2 people in your group program, you are still going to need to serve them at the same capacity as you would have if there were 10. But you don't have that profit that you would have if you had signed up 10. So you're still going to have to grab some extra clients or do some more selling somewhere to wrangle all the numbers to work out. All right. So that's the downside of a failed launch. All right. And that's really, really important. So it's really important to plan by the numbers and understand where all those numbers come from. I hope this helps. I hope this inspires you, not disappoints you in the numbers. Sometimes it can feel hard to look at the numbers, but the numbers give you facts. And when you've got the facts, we can figure out what's going on. If you have launched something and it's not being a super success, I would really encourage you to reach out and do a call with me. We can figure out where that gap is. We can fill that gap either by creating a new offer or probably building out that offer, tweaking your sales page copy, or looking at the traffic. But we've got to look at the numbers, and I promise you it is not as scary as you think.